Hello and welcome to News on National Pilot TV. First, the headlines. Tension in Kwara border towns as influx of suspected Fulani headers spark voters registration controversy. After alleged coup plot, Tinubu sacks Chief of Defense Staff Musa, others appoints new ones. 3 arrested over plot to kidnap woman in Kwara. Tragedy in Ilorin, 25-year-old man killed by friend during an argument over woman. Nnamdi Kanu fails to open defense, says witnesses are coming from Ethiopia, Kenya, others. Police rearrest Sowore moment after court granting bail. Good evening, I am Christiana Oluwo. Now to the news in details. Starting with Kwara, residents of Kayama and Barati in Kwara State have raised alarm over truckloads of suspected Fulani headers allegedly being brought into their communities to register for voters' card under the ongoing INEC continuous voter registration exercise. The influx, described as massive and unprecedented, has sparked fears of political manipulation and security threats in the border areas which share porous boundaries with Benin Republic. While INEC insists anyone residing or working in the area can register, locals say the scale of the mobilization is suspicious and could undermine electoral integrity ahead of the 2027 polls. In another news, following last week's report by Sahara Reporters online publication alleging a failed coup attempt, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Thursday approved a major reshuffle in the leadership of the Nigerian Armed Forces. In the new appointments, General Olufemi Oluyede replaces General Christopher Musa as Chief of Defense Staff. Major General Waidi Shuaibu was named Chief of Army Staff, while Air Vice Marshal S.K. Anneke takes over as Chief of Air Staff. Also, Rear Admiral Abbas assumes office as the new Chief of Naval Staff. Still on Kwara, 3 suspected kidnappers have been arrested by the operatives of the Kwara State Police Command while allegedly plotting to abduct a businesswoman. The incident, it was gathered, happened along the Ikmorioke road in the Ilorin East local government area of the state. The suspects, identified as Abubakar Yusuf 20, Chukol Yahya 22, and Kabiru Mohammed 22, were apprehended during a joint operation involving the police and local vigilante groups at the Ikmori-Marafa axis. Also in Kwara, a 25-year-old man, Ahmed Usman, today was allegedly stabbed to death by his 21-year-old friend Gafar during an argument over a woman in the Ojagboro area of Ilorin, Kwara State. The incident occurred on Tuesday evening while 2 were buying sugarcane from a roadside vendor. Eyewitnesses said the dispute quickly escalated, prompting Gafar to stab Tunde in the chest. Tunde was rushed to a hospital but was confirmed dead on arrival at the General Hospital, Ilorin. The suspect, a native of Ileolowo, fled the scene after the attack, and both he and his family remain missing. On IPOB story, the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, on Friday failed to open his defense for the second time at the Federal High Court in Abuja in the alleged terrorism trial. Kanu, who opted to defend himself, told Justice James Omotosho upon resumed hearing that his disengaged lawyers were yet to hand over the case file to him. In a motion filed on October 24th, he listed 23 prominent Nigerians and foreigners he intended to call as witnesses to defend himself. And lastly on our news, human rights activist Omoyele Sowore was reportedly rearrested on Friday by the Nigerian police force at Kuje Magistrate Court moment after being granted bail. Magistrate Abubakar Umar Said had approved bail for Sowore and 13 others before police officers allegedly attacked him. Eyewitnesses disclosed that the operation, led by CSP Ilyasu Barau, saw Sowore dragged on the ground and forced into a waiting van. And that's all for our news for today. For any reportage of happenings around you, do call our report line on 081-3428-3132. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at National Pilot Newspaper and subscribe to our YouTube channel at National Pilot TV. Many thanks for staying with us. I am Christiana Oluwo. Have an amazing day.